If 3 comma x comma y comma 18 are arithmetic progression, find the values of x and y. So that's the A part. So to find the values of x, we have 3x, y, and 18. Now the first term, which is usually written as A, is 3. The nth term is A plus n minus 1 d. So you notice that the fourth term is as well given. Fourth term is A plus 3d, which is 18. It happens to be 3. So I can simply say 3 plus 3d is equals 18. So 3d is 18 minus 3, which is 15. You're going to divide both sides by 3. So d is 5. D is 5. Now, so the second term, which is x is the second term, is a plus d. That's 3 plus 5. That gives you 8. Y is the third term, because you have first, second, third. So that's a plus 2d. And you wonder, how did I get the 1d and 2d here? If I replace n with 2, I have 2 minus 1. Replace n with 3 and you have 3 minus 1. That's 3 minus 1 is 2d. And so this is going to be a, which is 3 plus 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 3, 13. So that settles the A part. Moving on to the B part. The B part. We have the sum of the second and third terms of a geometric progression is 6 times the fourth term. Find 1, the 2 possible values of the common ratio, and 2, says if the second term is 8 and the common ratio is positive, find the 6 terms, the first 6 terms. Please, if you're new here, consider subscribing, like and share the video. Thank you. So what it says from the question, it says T2 plus T3 is equals 6 times the fourth term, 6 times T4. And this happens to be a geometric progression. Take note that the nth term in the geometric progression is a times r raised to power n minus 1. And so T2 will be a times r raised to power 2 minus 1, which is a r raised to power 1. T3 will be a times r raised to power 3 minus 1, which is a times r raised to power 2. And T4, the same, you have a times r raised to power 4 minus 1, which is a times r raised to power 3. Now rewrite the equation, and you have this equation is now rewritten as AR plus AR squared equals AR cubed. Now, divide by AR. That gives you AR over AR plus AR squared over AR equals AR cubed over AR. Now this gives you 1 plus R equals R squared. There you go. You have to find the value of R. And remember, there's a 6 here, so we have 6. We have 6 and 6. So rearrange the equation and you have 0 equals 6R squared minus R minus 1. So it's more like I took all of these terms here. So just note that I could take the equal to 0 this way. I can write it here. Still the same thing. Now, if you decide to, if you would want to use completing the square method, I think that's good enough. And let's try it out here. You want to divide through by 6 to make sure the coefficient of r squared is 1. So divide by 6. Divide everything by 6. So that gives you 6r squared over 6 minus r over 6 minus 1 over 6 equals 0 over 6. That means you have r squared minus 1 over 6r minus 1 over 6 is equal to 0. Now, first of all, the constant term is 1 minus 1 over 6. And if we take it to the other side of the equation, that gives us r squared minus 1 over 6r equals 1 over 6. Now, the part that confuses a lot of students is the next step we want to take. Half of the coefficient of r. The coefficient of r is minus 1 over 6. And half of the coefficient of r is minus 1 over 6 times 1 over 2, which is minus 1 over 12. This is half of the coefficient of r. Now what you're going to do with minus 1 over 12 is you're going to add it. You're going to add minus 1 over 12 to r, and then you place it in the square root, or in the square, and then on the other side you're going to add it to 1 over 6, and you're adding the square of it. The square of minus 1 over 12 will be added to 1 over 6 on this side, and here is how it will be written. So permit me to wipe what we've written so far. I can wipe it from here. So we're simply going to have r minus 1 over 12 squared is equal to 1 over 6 plus minus 1 over 12 raised to power 2. So that's what you do with half of the coefficient of x. So you can see it over there. You see what happened? R minus 1 over 12 squared. And then you multiply, you are adding the square of the coefficient of r to 1 over 6. Now, this is not a minus, just a whole was pointed before. Now, you have r minus 1 over 12 squared is equals 1 over 6 plus 1 over 144. And let's simplify this part. Simplifying that part will give you 24. 6 goes into 144, 24 times. And that multiplies with 1 to give you 24, plus 144 into 144 is 1, and then plus times 1. Now, take this up. That gives you r minus 1 over 12 squared is equals 25 over 144. So we're still on to the first part of r. Now you get rid of square by taking the square root of both sides. And then the effect will be taken, will be seen here. So you have minus r minus 12 equals plus or minus square root of 25 over 144. This gives you plus or minus 5 over 1 over 12. The square root of 5 of 25 is 5, and the square root of 144 is 12. Moving on, you have plus or minus 5 over 12 plus 1 over 12. Now the question says, find the two possible values of x of the common ratio, the two possible values of the common ratio. So that means R is going to be, since the LCM, since the both have 12 as denominators, the LCM is 12 plus or minus 5 is 1. That gives us 5 plus 1 over 12 or minus 5 plus 1 over 12. And therefore, the two possible values of R, the common ratio, are 6 over 12, which is 1 over 2, or minus 4 over 12. Okay, let me just write 6 over 12 here. And then wipe this out. You have 1 over 2 or minus 1 over 3. Please consider subscribing. Like and share the video. Now, moving on to the second part of B. The common ratio here is 1 over 2. That's a positive. The negative is minus 1 over 3. The next question says, if the second term is 8 and the common ratio is positive, so it means we're going to use 1 over 2 as common ratio. So the second part, if the second term is 8, and you know what the second term is, AR, and the common ratio is positive and R is positive, so it's find the first 6 terms. Okay, so what you do is replace R with 1 over 2. That's A times 1 over 2 is equals 8. And so that means 8 equals 8 times 2. So it's more like saying multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 1 over 2. The reciprocal of 1 over 2 is 2 over 1. And a number times its reciprocal gives you 1. Always gives you 1. So the first term is 16. The first term is 16. So it's up to us to find the next 5 terms, the next 5 terms, since we found the first term. So the second term is 8. It's been given already. And so the third term, T3, the third term is AR squared, which is 16 times 1 over 2 squared. That's the third term. That's 16 times 1 over 4. That gives you 4. The fourth term is AR cubed, which is 16 times 1 over 2 cubed. That's 16 times 1 over 8. And that gives you 2, because 16, 8 into 8, 1, and here 2. The fifth term is AR is equal to 4. And you could, instead of using this, you can as well take the fourth term times the common ratio. Still the same thing. And that's more like saying 2 times the common ratio, which is 1. The sixth term, the same. You have the fifth term times the common ratio, which is 1 times 1 over 2. So that's faster. Therefore, the first 6 terms are the first 6 terms are 16, 8, 4, 2, 1, and 1 over 2. There you go. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. to those who you know will need it. Thank you for staying with me all this while. Have blessed moments, and may your moments be blessed. Bye bye.